Hi, my name is Rosemary Onyebigwa. I'm the founder of Thrive Women Solutions. Thrive Women Solutions is a social enterprise dedicated to enlightening and empowering women to live financially independent and emotionally healthy lives. Okay, I come from a strict Catholic family, but fun family. I have four siblings, a sister, and three brothers. I'm passionate about women's emotional and financial well being. Having gone through my fair share of ups and downs, financial ups and downs, emotional ups and downs, I'm really passionate about women having a platform to explore the different angles to which they can address any issues relating to these two categories and able to solve them and move on and become better for themselves, their families, and their communities. I knew this was my call as far back as as far back as I can remember, really, because as a little girl, I was nicknamed Nem, and that name still stands up to today. And Nem in Igbo language simply means my mother or mother. And I was always the one to take care of people. So when I grew up as a teenager, I saw my mother as a community leader, counsel women, support women, give them financial support and encouragement to keep going on in order for them to become more of themselves for themselves, their children, and their family. So I think it was only a natural course for me when I found that I had to do what I'm currently doing, which is supporting other women to thrive. Of course, growing up for me, my parents, like I said earlier, were very strict Catholics. Um, they tried to instill in us discipline, hard work, virtues, good morals, dignity in labor, a strong faith in God, and to do unto others what you want others to do unto you. So that has actually helped to shape me and shape my own family that I have today. Well, we all have hurdles. We've all had hurdles at various times in our lives, and we will continue to have hurdles until we pass on. But I would like to take one particular one, which took me 48 years to actually overcome, which is a self image of myself. Because when I was a little girl, I was constantly told I was overweight. I was constantly told or compared to a relative who um, was perceived on as an unachiever, underachiever, I beg your pardon. And so that's conflicted with my own internal image of myself. I knew who I was, that I was someone who strove for excellence, tried to work hard. But that constant or that reminder that this is how we see you, kind of messed up my self image. I wasn't happy with my body shape for years, like I said, 48 years. And I'm happy to say that sometime last year, I was going through a couple of pictures, old pictures that I ran through from my birth until last year. And I noticed something interesting, which was that all the pictures, there was none I was fat in. I was not fat in any of the pictures. Yes, I was not a size 8 or a 6, but I was not even a 20 or an 18. So I fell in between, and other people's opinion of me allowed it to shape my self image um, for me. So when I came to this realization, it was an aha moment for me. I was able to review all the comments that had been made in the past, and I started loving myself for me. Of course, I go for my regular exercises. I try to be healthy and be fit, but I've learned to love my physique the way I was originally created. Of course, I try to improve on it, but I've learned to love myself. That was a major hurdle, and I'm proud to say I overcame it last year. I got started when I was at the crossroads, transiting from paid employment to self employment. Now, I wasn't sure what to do, and I kept having this vision come to me to set up a platform, a women's platform to help women. But I said to myself, I've run a few businesses in the past. I didn't want to run an NGO. I wanted to make money, and I said to God, you know what? Let's have a deal. Let's call it what it is. Show me a sign. Show me a sign that this vision I'm having is from you. I don't want to walk on my own. I want to make sure that I'm walking on the path you have set for me. And I said, if you show me a sign and it's clear, I'll run with it. Now, within a week, less than a week, a friend I hadn't heard from in over 10 years called me and said, Rosemary, my children are all grown. I'm done raising them. I need to go back to the labor market. And for me, that was the sign I needed because it's something very, very close to my heart. I'm passionate about. So that was how I took that sign and ran with it and set up Thrive Women Solutions in 2018. Well, I would say my children inspire me, but I would like to be specific. My daughter, in particular, I want her to have a much better life than I have had. I've had a good life, I have to be honest, but I've had a lot of hindrances as a woman, just the fact that I am a woman. Now, I don't want her to experience that. But it doesn't mean it takes anything away from her in the sense that she is who she is, she is who she believes she is. So the work right now is to try and instill that in her, to love herself, to be confident of herself, to know what her creator calls her and says she is, not what anybody else says she is. So what motivates me is to actually help her and other girls her age or any other girl worldwide and those yet unborn to have an equal playing field with the male gender. We are not competing, it's a collaboration. I always insist. It is a collaboration, it is never a competition. Those that make it a competition never win it because originally from the start it was supposed to be a collaboration. So it's for us to help to set up the environment that is conducive for them to be the best that they can be and contribute to humanity as a whole, as against stifling the girl child. That is what motivates me. How rewarding. I would say, well, on three counts. Physical, excuse me, spiritual. It has been spiritually rewarding. It has been emotionally rewarding, but financial, not yet. It hasn't at all. It's been it's been tough, but at each point we have things have moved on because we remain focused, we remain dogged, we remain determined. My team and I, and we know we've planted the seed. We know that this seed has germinated and it's growing. And it's our duty right now to nurture, fertilize, and water the plants that are currently growing, which is Thrive Women Solutions. And that will be through the various channels from which we operate. So, yes, it's been rewarding emotionally, spiritually, but financially, we are waiting because we know that Thrive Women Solutions will grow to become an oak tree, bigger, one of the biggest Iroko trees ever planted, because the branches will be so broad and big to help support and encourage others to thrive as well. My message to other women, wow, threefold, three things. One, you are who you say you are. God has already told you who you are. Now, who you choose to be is your responsibility. That is one. Two, all things are possible if you are ready to discover your purpose on earth. Why are you in existence? Excuse me. Why are you in existence? Once you can find out why you're in existence, things begin to fall in place. It doesn't mean you have difficulties. You will have difficulties. Difficulties are an essential part of life. They help move you up to the higher level. Now, the best way to discover your passion or your very essence in life is, what is that thing, or what are those things you love doing, in such a way that you could do that thing for 24 hours without eating and you're not bothered. That is your passion. Now, it's your responsibility to find out your passion, find a way to find those that are already in that field or that sector, find a way to monetize it. But before you monetize it, you must add value. Value is at the pit of everything, it's the foundation upon which all successes, you know, are based upon. So you must be able to be disciplined and have value that you're adding to others. Now, the third thing is, do not allow other people's opinion of you become your reality. You are who you say you are, and you can become anything if you put your mind to it, you believe it, you walk towards it, and you ask for grace, you ask for God's help. I know from experience that He opens the door for you and make things manifest, because this is very important. We are co-creators with God. He made us in His image and likeness. So self-belief is extremely important. Thank you.